YouTube. What's up, baby? We're back in this thing again with another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're going to be talking about the book of Boba Fett, Chapter 3, entitled The Streets of Mos Espa. So, if you already watched the channel before, you already know how we do things. We started off with the premise. We move on to the three of my favorite scenes. We move on to the grade, and then we on to the next one, right? So, on this one, we have it basically being, we pick up with Boba Fett, learning from his little robot that's at, like, you know, his palace, whatever you want to say. The robot is telling Boba Fett, that after Jabba's death, and after the death of the guy that, you know, took over for Jabba for a little bit, basically there was some type of sales barge disaster in Mos Espa, and it was divided amongst three families, to the Trandoshians, the Aquilish, and the Clatonians, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You know them Star Wars names, bro. They be on one. They really be on one. So, anyways, man. So, what ends up happening is, we go from there in that opening scene, and well, actually, a guy comes to talk to Boba about, you know, Boba's reign really not being respected, and, you know, the guy is saying that's a shame, you know, and all this other stuff like that. And he's like, you know what, look, like, the guy tells Boba, I got this problem with this gang, and this guy that comes to talk to Boba, he runs like some type of like water type of business. So, you know, he dishes out water to like the farmers and stuff like that, right? So he tells him, I've been having problems with this gang that's been, you know, lately been terrorizing my you know, my my water tanks and everything like that. They've been just taking water, stealing it for free and everything like that. And so he's like, you know, if you will stop them and keep them from doing it, then I'll make sure I pay you double of what I'm already paying you. And so Bubba, you know, he does that. He does that, bro. He he gets ready to go talk to the gang with Phoenix and, you know, whoever else. And the gang is like, they're human, but they have certain parts of their bodies. I don't know if it was damaged or they just paid money to replace it with robotic limbs, or, you know, eyes, or whatever it may be. But that's their like part of that's their gang. Like, they're just like half human, half robot type stuff. So he goes to talk to them. He tells them like, hey, like, why are you guys stealing water and stuff like that? Like, why don't you just, you know, do it the right way? And they're like, well, look, there's no work, and, you know, there's no way for us to get this going. So, you know, we're just doing what we have to do. And Bubba's like, you know what? You come work for me. You can make your money the right way. Stop hassling this dude and his business. And, you know, we can go from there, you know? And so, the guy that asked Bubba the favor, he comes out and he's like, yo, like, you just gonna let him go, and, you know, da 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 da. And he's like, look, like, they're not gonna bother you anymore. How much money do they owe you? He tells him the amount of money. Bubba pretty much gives him like half of the money or so. And he's like, look, like, you know, be happy I gave you the money. Be happy that these people are gonna stop hassling you for your product, which is your water. And you know, lower the prices of your business, of your water. You're working under my guide, so you know, if you want to continue to make money, lower your prices type stuff. Because the guy was charging a lot of money anyway, so. But yeah, so now Boba he keeps on adding more to his entourage. You feel me? Like, every episode he's adding someone else to his entourage. You know. so from there, um, we go to a scene and Bubba is in the back to tank and he's back to dreaming again, right? And it shows briefly. It shows I think it's Camino, yeah, Camino, the water planet. Um, and it shows him, watching his dad fly away. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, it transitioned to showing him back with the Sand People again, right? Um, and so what ends up happening is Boba's on this like little, per se little mission. He's going to go collect the money from the Pikes, the Pikes that ran that train business, you know what I'm saying, to smuggle the drugs and stuff. He goes over there to collect the money from the Pikes, and the Pikes are like, look, like we'll be, willing to pay you, but between you and the biker gang, we can only pay one for safety. So y'all gonna have to, figure that out. And so Bubba's like, you know what? Don't even trip. I'm gonna pay him a visit, make sure that they know that there's only one person getting paid for the protection of the services of making sure that the Pikes are able to go through the desert and do their little drug smuggling little scheme that they got. And it's going to be the Tuscans. They're going to receive it, not the biker gang. You know what I'm saying? They are outnumbered by the Tuscans, so you know it's got to be the Tuscans. And being that Boba Fett is with them, he's going to make sure that the Tuscans get the money. You know what I'm saying? Not the biker gang. So what ends up happening is he um he's on his way back to the Tuscan camp, and he finds out, bro, that it's been like destroyed. I don't know if all the Tuscans are dead or if that was like the full Tuscan camp or whatever, but it just showed like mad tents and they were burnt up or damaged. It showed Tuscans on the ground that were dead, so I hope they're not all dead, but I guess they got attacked, you know what I'm saying, while he was gone collecting the money. So yeah, bro. It shows the from daytime to nighttime, and then Bubba is basically burning the dead Tuscan Raider bodies and you know kind of showing respect. Um, so then what ends up happening is after we see that, after he's burning the bodies and stuff like that, showing his respects to him, we go back to like the actual time of what it really is, and he's in the back to tank, and then that Wookiee warrior, I guess I can't pronounce his name, but it's Krrsantan, so like Kersantan, I don't know, bruh. Anyways, the Wookiee dude freaking pulls him out of the back of the tank, starts choking him, and they start fighting. They go at it for a while. Bubba's kind of holding his own, but he doesn't have no suit. He doesn't have no weapons really, so Bubba's kind of holding his own. But Wookiees, they strong. They don't need no suit. They don't need no weapons, nothing. They'll take you out just with their hands. You know what I'm saying? But so they go back and forth for a while. Just as the Wookiees about to get like the upper hand, the biker gang people come in. I'm sorry, not the biker gang people. The gang with the like robot enhancements come in that Boba had hired, and they start fighting against the Wookiee, and they help them out, and then they start getting beat up, and then the pig guys come out, you know what I'm saying? They start trying to help out, then they get beat up, bruh. And then but just all of that, you know what I'm saying, and him by himself, the Wookiee by himself, he couldn't take them all, you know what I'm saying? Even though he was putting in the work, bro, but it was gonna get to a point where he couldn't take them all. They were gonna all just surround him and get him. So they push him to this one spot, and Phoenix comes out and she basically pushes the button, and then It's the little trap door or trap ground door, where usually there's a rancor there, but you know they don't have no rancor at the time. So he just drops them in there, and he's stuck there at that point. Um, so from there, Boba and Fennec are like sitting down at the table having food or eating dinner, you know what I'm saying? And Boba tells Fennec like, "Look, I need to retaliate for this, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't just let this one slide, you know what I'm saying?" And Fennec is like, "You know what? Like, um, just wait for, you know, the twins to show up, you know what I'm saying? They'll show up and they'll show you your hand, they'll show you their hand and stuff like that and whatever else." And he's like, "Nah, bro, like I ain't waiting for nothing. We gonna go right now," type stuff. All of a sudden the twins show up. So they show up and they have a gift for him. So you're like, you know, what is this gift, bro? So he goes out there, he talks to them, and the twins, they come to apologize. They come to apologize to him. The prize, the present that they want to bring him is a pet rancor. So now he has another one of those. So now when they drop people down there in the little trap, bro, there's gonna be a rancor there. You know what I'm saying? So they bring him a rancor. They tell him like, look, like, if anything, we were both lied to. You feel me? By the mayor. The mayor has already given a different syndicate the reign around, you know, most Espa or just Tatooine. And so they're like, you know, we don't want no bad blood. We don't want to go to war. You feel me? Like, uh, it's bad for business. You know what I'm saying? So we're honestly going to be getting out of here, and we suggest that you leave as well. And but you know, Bubba is not going to be forced out of nowhere. So, but they're leaving. You know what I'm saying? And Bubba, right before they're about to leave, he's like, "Here, you can take back, you know, the Wookiee." And they're like, "No, keep him." You know what I'm saying? You can keep him too. You do whatever you want to. So there must be a crazy syndicate, bro, to make them leave, for them to say sorry to Boba Fett and not worry about, you know, taking the reins of Jabba the Hutt stuff. For them to give him a rancor, for them to leave the Wookiee. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot that they're letting go, or they're giving up, and they're apologizing. You know, that syndicate that has the control of everything right now, they're gonna be about that business, bro. And a part of me is thinking that this is the Darth Maul syndicate. You know what I'm saying? The syndicate that Darth Maul runs, that we learned about in the Solo movie. You know what I'm saying? Because it would make sense, because the Obi-Wan show's about to come out fairly soon, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I can't wait to meet whatever syndicate this is, right? So after they leave, Bubba is getting ready to go see the mayor. But before he does so, sorry, there's this like Rancor like worker that helps Bubba, you know, understand the feelings and the emotions of the Rancor. Tells them just certain things, like, you know, they're not all about fighting, bro. They have emotions, like, you know, and if you get a good bond with it, you know what I'm saying, like, it'll appreciate you more, and you'll appreciate it more. So he's not looking at it as a pet. He's looking at it as like family. You feel me? So like eventually in these later episodes, we're gonna see, or maybe even another season, we're gonna see him bonding with that Rancor, and it being like, you know, not just used to as a monster in the trap area. He's gonna actually try to learn how to ride it. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, we go from there, and he actually goes to go see the mayor. The mayor's assistant's like, "Yo, he's not here. He can't be seen." Da da da. You know, Bubba don't care, so he goes, storms back there. The mayor's not in there at all. And then all of a sudden, you notice that the mayor's assistant, he takes off in like a speeder, and so Bubba sends the gang that he had hired to work for him. He sends them after him, and there's this whole chase. You know what I'm saying? And eventually they get to the mayor's assistant, and he tells them, hey, like the mayor is with the Pikes. The mayor is actually working with the Pikes. And so Bubba's like, oh, okay, okay. And so now, we have this situation within, um, you know, the Pike situation back in the past and the Pike situation now. And, what I'm saying, now they're about to collide, right? Um, so anyways, yeah, Boba ends up sending his gang to go look for the Pikes, and there's this ship that arrives on the planet, and it's just it's filled with a lot of Pikes, and so the one of the gang members was like, yo, I found them, telling Boba and Fennec about it, and they're like, all right, cool. And so they tell him, go ahead and keep on spying on them or whatever. And then Boba's Fennec is like, that's just the first wave of them. You know what I'm saying? They're getting prepared for a war. They're about to go to war. And so we'll see what happens from here. But that was basically it for the episode. Pretty decent episode, not the best one. Probably the weakest one so far to me, but still decent. You know what I'm saying? Three favorite scenes would be Boba versus the Wookiee, and Boba versus everybody else that came in at that point. But I'm sorry, Boba versus the Wookiee, and the Wookiee versus everybody else that came in. You know what I'm saying, to help out Boba. That would be like one of my favorite scenes. Another scene would be Boba and the Rancor, because it was like you could just tell that he's taken to it so well. You can tell that this Rancor is going to be an important member to the team. You know what I'm saying? Even though it can't talk and it's super like tall and big, bro, it's like it's not gonna be riding on those spaceships with them, but like for when he needs help on the planet, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be there. It's gonna help him out. So I just like the whole vibe that I'm getting from it. After that, I would say the mayor's assistant getting chased by that gang that was hired by Boba Fett. That was probably my third favorite scene. It was pretty. It was pretty dope, man. Like that chase scene was cool. The little the speeder that he was in looked dope. The little bikes that they got looked dope, and they look different than usual. You know what I'm saying? Like they were all colorful and stuff like that. Like that was like a new touch. You know what I'm saying? So I really did like the way that their bikes look. Anyways, those are three of my favorite scenes. The grade for this one, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So weaker than all the other ones, but still definitely worth the watch. 8 out of 10, bro. Can't wait for next week's episode. If you guys saw the episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and until next time.